Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. My name is Mikey, and I wanted to make a quick video about the current controversy. Well, not really the current, it is several days old, but the discussion has been continuing and the memes have been continuing about it. So I wanted to make a quick video giving my take, which is a take that a lot of people aren't going to like because it's a lot more neutral than people would generally want it to be, I think. Because we tend to pull pretty hard in this community. We're not very neutral people. But so I figured I'd make a quick video. Now, what I'm doing right now is I actually just started doing Nightmare Zone for the first time. And I looked up some guides and I got some equipment for it and came to Nightmare Zone. I've been trying to do melee or level melee with other methods, but I was, I didn't want to do Slayer after I did the grind and cooking and stuff like that. And wood cutting. I kind of wanted to just do a melee grind that wasn't involving jumping around with Slayer. So I tried to do some Elder Chaos stuff, but I just kept getting PK'd even though I wasn't losing anything. It was frustrating, and I thought, you know what, it's time to suck it up and just learn Nightmare Zone. It's just the best way to do it. So I learned the absorption method, and I got some base points with some prayer points. So yeah, I'm here. So 76, 75, 73, and I'm going to be trying to crank this up to 75 and then level these and just have some relaxing fun with it. Yeah, so this is just going to be kind of playing in the background. I'm just going to kind of be interfacing with this while I finish up this run. I have, 500 absorption left, so it should take a little while still, but I'm hoping in the next couple trips, I can imbue my Berserker ring. And I'm flicking my quick prayer here to keep it reset, so sometimes I'll miss that because I'll be talking about a friend, but yeah, so that's kind of what I'm up to in RS now. Got my cooking up, wood cutting up to a certain level, and fletching, and I kind of wanted to just do some melee grind for a while, get that combat level up. Yeah, so the whole controversy around a friend started when he made his last video, which included a link, or it was a sponsored video by stake.com, which is a cryptocurrency trading site where they're playing games and stuff like that. So I watched the video, and I watched the video actually before I knew there was a controversy about it. And, I was a little kind of jarred at, I was fine with it because I'm fine with people obviously being able to make a living from doing their YouTube, and I think self-employment's really cool. I have my own little business that I run that I like to see other people do that, and I think it's really cool. But I was a little jarred by what the content was, and it instantly brought my mind to the CSGO Lotto guys, and it kind of just seems like he kind of tied himself up with some scummy people, because I would imagine that crypto site probably has rigged odds where it's not a fair odds system. It's just, I don't know the depth behind it, so I'm not going to make any crazy claims, but I generally wouldn't trust that stuff. And when you're in a market as big as a friend is, and he has a few 100,000 subscribers, you got to think that there's a large portion of that audience who are going to be younger kids. Yeah, a lot of us are kind of veteran players, quote unquote, where we were kids back in 07, but now we're older. But I still think even people in my peer age group would still, take a friend's advice and try out this program. So I think it was a bad decision on his part. I think he's probably getting other offers, but the problem is he's making a good living with his YouTube channel. And the problem is over the past several months, he's kind of been deteriorating the integrity of it. When I first started watching a friend, it was more so about, it wasn't too edited. It wasn't really hammed up. I feel like it wasn't a ton of crazy stuff. That's not what I got from it. He wasn't like the typical RuneScape YouTuber who's making very cleanly cut and guides. It was a little more genuine, kind of like what I am trying to do before I can get good at better at editing, is just be sitting here talking with you guys about the game and have some footage, of just me, doing some Nightmare Zone or, making progress on my main account. But I think it was a bad decision, and I think he's shaving away the integrity of his YouTube channel. And his YouTube channel already makes a sizable income, I would imagine, from his ad revenue, but he also has, he's sponsored by Ironside and different things like that are making him money. And I'm not sure if he streams. I don't believe he does, but I'm assuming he has a couple or a few revenue sources open through YouTube, and that's how he's making his money. I also know that he lives in Lithuania, and from what I've heard, that where he lives is that the cost of living is fairly inexpensive, so the money he is making from YouTube is going further. And we saw the picture with him and his girlfriend, or him, I would assume him and his girlfriend. And I think what's happening now is he's understanding that he needs to maintain this business. And I think I'm pretty sure he's a younger guy, Dovidas. I think that's how you say his name. Pretty sure he's a younger guy in his 20s. And I want you to put yourself in his shoes. Let's say you have a website come to you and offer you probably in the neighborhood of a couple $1,000s per mention, or for a few times at least, just to mention a staking website or, a gambling website for 30 seconds in a video. I would imagine that's a very tempting offer. That could pay his rent for a few months or 4 months if the cost of living is cheap there, And now with this girlfriend getting serious, he might be thinking, okay, I need to create a little more secure financial future if I'm looking to get married or have a family. So I want you to put that into perspective. A lot of you guys, let's say you're in your 20s, you work, you're out of college. Imagine if you had a side gig, or if your main job had, your boss gives you the opportunity to sell out a little bit to make a few extra $1,000, maybe several times over. I think you would change your tune on how, noble you are. And I'm not saying that you would or you wouldn't, but what I'm saying is that I think we have to take that into account, that, we all have life to deal with and to pay for, and I don't necessarily blame him. I just think it was an opportune time to do that to his channel after previous problems, and I think it was kind of a slap in the face for younger people watching, is that he'd just be willing to promote, staking or not staking, but online gambling. And it was kind of, I don't know, it was just a little weird. I got a weird feeling from it. I wasn't offended, but it was a weird feeling. So I get that he was tempted. He made a bad decision, but I think we need to stop mob mentality. Oh, that was a horrible word mashup. We can't have this mob mentality when going after content creators in our YouTube sphere here for Old School RuneScape. And I think we tend to do this a lot. A lot of people got upset with, I think Third Age Film for several things. And now there's the controversy, I think, with Sears accused someone. I don't follow the drama too much, but, we've had problems with people in the past, and people, Automology, people freak out when he leaves and different stuff like that. So I think trying to move away from this mob mentality and put yourself in his shoes and realize, like, hey, these things can be pretty tempting. And, I don't think he's going to try to continue making these bad decisions, because I think it's going to degrade his channel. I think he should appreciate what he has. And I think I don't think he's over. A lot of people are making jokes that a friend's career is over here on YouTube. I don't believe that at all. I think that's a cop-out. I think that's destructive thinking. I think you can always improve on your content or your situation. Yeah, it might take a little longer. Yeah, it might not be the most optimal thing. But as long as you're making progress, I think making progress towards your goals, I think you're fine. So my advice to him is he needed to come out already and make a statement. I checked a few of his social medias, or I checked his Twitter and I checked his YouTube channel, and there's nothing posted. And I think immediately when he got the poor response, I don't think he should have taken the video down. I think, he should just immediately have gotten on the camera, maybe on a webcam, and apologized and kind of just put himself in front of it. I don't know, he seems like a little bit of a shyer guy, maybe a little bit more of a low-key guy. and his videos don't have webcam. Bodie's always have, they always have their face reactions, and he's just kind of a little more, it seems like, isolated of a guy, and he might be a little nervous to face this big of an outcry, and he might have a lot of anxiety about what he's done, and he might regret it deeply. So I think he should have immediately gotten on the mic and had a talk with his subscribers and said, hey, look, I messed up. I realize, with your response and stuff, that was kind of a scummy thing to do. And he should say, I'm not going to take the video down because I might have had a contract with them, but, I'm going to cancel my further work with stake.com, and, I can be open to other sponsors. And I think that, it might be a little bit of a financial hit, but to maintain his integrity in a very volatile and emotional community, which I'm just going to be honest, that's the old school RuneScape community. We're very vocal about what we want, very extreme. And I think that's just how you have to deal with it. You just have to say, I messed up. And I think a lot of people will understand and hopefully let you move on from there. Maybe create another, once WhiteCat22 died, his, the channel started kind of falling apart. He needed to have something there to say, okay, this is what we're doing next, and to be excited and confident about that. Because if you're making a living off YouTube, you're basically creating content. You should be creating content every few days, in my opinion, if you're making, or every couple days, really good videos, maybe every day, if you're making a living off YouTube, if that's your job. I think you have a commitment to kind of keep that up. People that are doing it for a hobby and it's just about them, that's when you can say, okay, the YouTube channel is for yourself, do it for yourself. But I think that people that do it for a full-time job have a responsibility to their clients, which is basically their, viewership, to kind of keep content coming and keep trying to improve and get better. So yeah, that's my opinion on the friend controversy. To sum it up, I think it was a bad decision. I think he was tempted kind of by greed, but I resonate with why he probably did it. And I think if you think deep down, I think a lot of us can understand too. And, but it was a mistake. And I say we should stop the mob mentality. I think that's happening now. People are not mobbing as much, but, spam downvoting every video he makes from here on out, I don't think is the correct way to go. I think he needs to make a statement and needs to apologize. And I think a lot of people will like it. And just call yourself an idiot, say you messed up, and that you want to repair this relationship. And I bet you the like to dislike ratio will go away, and after a few weeks all this will fizzle out and he can go back to making content that people want to watch. So I think it's a very simple way to handle it. I just wish he would. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I just wanted to make a quick video about this while I was finishing up this Nightmare Zone run. I'm going to look to make a couple videos over the next couple days to try to get some content out before I go on a little few-day trip here. So I want to make sure I have content on here at least every week, and have, if I feel especially motivated or have a certain period of time that I can make a few videos that I want to make. And I'm going to keep trying to improve. I'm going to try just to do what I just said a friend should do. I think try to evolve, do what you can now and make an effort, and then, do some research and try to make your videos better, and, try to have more interesting ideas and, stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm doing well myself, and I will talk to you in the next video. All right, peace.